Namaskaram to all my lovely people out there. Hope you guys are having a great time as you guys always have. So today, what do I have? I have an interesting topic for you. So we think whatever comes after a verb is an object, which is the case many times, but not always. You gotta remember this, right? So it could be a complement too. That's what we are going to talk about in this video. In this lesson, we are going to learn what is an object, what is a complement, what is the difference, right? So if you're a student studying in a school, studying in a college, maybe preparing for a competitive exam, trust me on that, this lesson is going to help you a lot. This will make your understanding of sentences better, and you'll be able to improve a lot after this lesson, right? So let us understand let us begin with understanding what exactly an object is. Guys, very easy it is to understand what exactly an object is. An object in English is something that the action is acted upon, right? Whatever or whosoever receives the action is your object. I am teaching. Who is receiving this action of teaching? You, right? I am teaching you. So you become the object, right? Let's suppose I kiss. Okay, let's suppose I kiss, which I generally don't, or maybe I do. I'm not going to tell you that. Let's suppose I kiss. So I can kiss something. I can kiss this marker, which I'll not do. I can kiss somebody, maybe my mother, maybe my father, brothers, anybody. I can kiss anything or anybody, or maybe I can kiss this board. So whosoever or whatsoever I kiss becomes the object, right? The action of kissing is acted upon that thing or person. That's how easy it is to understand an object. So we've written down some examples. Let's understand that. I slapped John. Slapping is an action, right? We know that. We do that a lot. So can you simply slap without having an object? You can't. You need something or somebody to slap, right? So I can slap my hand, I can slap you, I can slap my phone, which I'll not do. I can slap this board either, right? So I need something. So if I ask the question, I slapped whom or I slapped what, I get my object, John. So one more thing to understand, if you want to find out your object, what do you want to find out? You want to find out your object. What are you going to do? You gotta simply do one thing. Only one thing. You gotta ask the question what or whom. If you ask the question what or whom to the verb, whatever you get from asking this question is your object. Okay, let's apply this. I slapped what? I'm not gonna get any answer because John is not a thing, right? If it had been I slapped the marker, then what would have been the appropriate question, but that's not the case right now. So I'm gonna ask the question whom. I slapped whom because John is a person. I slapped whom. The moment I ask this question, I get my answer John. I slapped John. So John is my object here, which is very clear, right? Again, she's cooking pasta. You cook something. You don't cook. You cook something. You always cook something. So she is cooking pasta. She's cooking what? The moment you ask this question, she's cooking what? You get your object. Pasta. Again, marker. This marker is not working. I'm gonna need one more marker, and here I have one, right? So object of this sentence is pasta. She's cooking pasta. She's cooking food. Food could be our object too. Let's kick the ball. Now, can you simply kick? You need something to kick to, right? You can kick my hand, you can kick me, you can kick the wall, you can kick the bat, you can kick anything or anybody. Here we kicked the balls, right? So I'm gonna ask the question what to get the object. Let's kick what? The ball. Let's kick what? The ball. So that's how you find out your object, and that's what your object is in a sentence. One important thing to understand, you can note it down too, guys. Very important it is. You cannot have an object in a sentence without the verb being a transitive verb. The verb that you have in your sentence has to be a transitive verb. Very important, you can note it down. Let me tell you what is a transitive verb now. A transitive verb is a verb that follows an act that follows an object, right? That has an object that is acted upon something directly, right? So when we talk about all these examples, slap, you can slap something or somebody, right? You can cook something or somebody. You can cook me. Oh hell yeah, you can do that, but you should not do that. Let's kick. You can kick something or somebody. You can eat something or somebody, right? You can watch something. So many verbs we have transitive. Most of the verbs that we have, action verbs I'm talking about here, are transitive verbs. But if the verb that you have in your sentence is intransitive, intransitive means that cannot be acted upon something. For an example, if I say sleep, bro, can you sleep something or somebody? Tell me, can you do that? Can you sneeze something or somebody? Can you do that? Can you jump something or somebody? Can you do that? Meditate. Can you meditate something or somebody? Can you do that? You cannot do that, man. You simply cannot do that. So these verbs are intransitive verbs, right? These cannot be followed by an object, right? They simply can't, right? But if you have a transitive verb in your subject, in your sentence, you can have an object in your sentence. For example, slap, you can slap something or somebody. So this is what an object is, and that's how you find it out. And in order to have an object in your sentence, you must have a transitive verb. The verb that you have in your sentence must be a transitive verb. Now guys, since we've understood what is an object, let us understand what is a complement. Alright guys, now let us understand what a complement is. A complement in English is very simple, yet very different from the object that we always talk about, right? It always follows a linking verb. A complement always follows a linking verb. Now you'll ask me, what is a linking verb? Linking verb is nothing but a verb that links the subject with the complement, right? It links the subject with the complement. And some of the common linking verbs are to be form, like is, am, are, was, were, is being, was being, were being, have been, has been, and so many others, right? Like seem, to seem form, to become form, right? These are some common linking verbs that we have. Now, two important things that you need to understand when we talk about a complement. See, we have understood it is something that renames the subject or gives information about the subject by modifying it. Now, it acts as two different parts of speech. It will either act as a noun by renaming the subject, or it will act as an adjective, giving information about the subject. Right? Now, let's look at this example. Rahul is a teacher. Rahul is a teacher. So these are not two different people, Rahul and teacher. Teacher is a word that is renaming the subject Rahul. So Rahul is a person, right? Rahul is a person. I am giving Rahul a new name, which is teacher. So teacher is nothing but my complement, right? And is here is our linking verb. It links the subject Rahul with the complement teacher, right? So teacher is a noun. Obviously it is a complement, but it is acting as a noun. It is doing what? It is giving a new name to the subject Rahul. That's all it is doing. You are very attractive. So you is the subject here, right? You is the subject here. You tell me, what is my complement? It's not that difficult to find it out. It's very easy to find it out. You are very attractive. So our complement in this sentence is attractive. Attractive is an adjective, modifying the subject you. So one more thing you can do with the complements, you can equate them with the subject. You attractive, right? You attractive. It is just telling you how you are, right? So here are is our linking verb. So are is linking the subject you with the complement attractive. They look sad. They look sad. Now they is the subject. Sad is our complement. They, sad, one and the same thing, right? Now you can say, or you may think that look is an action verb. How can you use it as a linking verb? It would be a good question if you ask that. Now, some action verbs act both as a transitive verb, sometimes as a linking verb too. So I can say you are looking at me, right? If I say that you are looking at me, looking here would be the action verb, right? Because you're doing some action. You are looking, all right? But if I say you look sad, you're not doing anything. I'm just telling you, you look sad. So you equals to sad. I'm just giving you information about yourself, how you look, how you are, all right? I'm modifying you. You look sad. So some linking verbs that we have, here's the list. They act as action verbs too. Very important thing to remember. You can note it down too if you want to. If you're not lazy, you can note it down. So complement, very simple. It can be a word like it is right now. It can be a phrase like it is. Rahul is a teacher. We can have more than 2 words, 3 words. I mean, we can say Rahul is an amazing teacher. So we'll have 3 words. So it can be a clause too. If you don't know what a clause is something that has a subject and a verb, right, in it. So I can say Rahul is the guy I met on the road. Rahul is the guy I met on the road. So here the complement would be the guy I met on the road. Okay, so it can be a clause too. Important thing to understand here is that it either renames the subject, okay, or it gives information about the subject. It does not follow an action verb, right? It can be very disguising when you have linking verbs as such, look, feel, right, become. But you need to understand the context, right? Here we are not performing any action. They look sad, right? You can figure it out just by looking at the sentence. They look sad. So here it is just giving information about the subject, how the subject is, right? Sad. The subject is very sad. So it renames the subject. When it renames the subject, it acts as a noun. When it modifies the subject by giving some information about the subject, it acts as an adjective. It follows a linking verb, something that you need to note down. And it does not, the sentence that has a complement does not have an action verb. This is something that you need to, all these things you should note down so that you can look at all these pieces of information later on whenever you want to. And okay, let's have a quick recap of whatever we learned now. So let's start with the object, guys. By now we must have understood what is an object. It is something or somebody that receives the action directly or indirectly, right? It follows the action verb, and the action verb has to be a transitive verb. We already know what is a transitive verb. Talking about a complement, you must have understood it's very different from the object, right? It is not the same anymore. So it is something that either renames the subject or simply gives information about the subject by modifying it. So it will either act as a noun or as an adjective in the sentence. And it will always follow a linking verb. A linking verb is nothing but a verb that links the subject with the complement, right? And I've shared some of the common linking verbs with you guys. So that's all about this topic, right? I hope you must have understood what is an object, what is a complement, and how different they are in nature, right? So do not ever say that whatever comes after the verb is an object, right? Not anymore. So I hope you guys found this video really helpful. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so that you can watch more videos like this, and share this video with your friends and family members so that they can learn something more and you can pass the knowledge on to them. And till then, keep learning, have fun. I'll see you tomorrow with a new video. Namaskaram.